The video games business is big business. The gaming industry is now larger than both the film and music industries combined. The isolating effect of COVID-19 has caused an exponential increase in the use of the in-home entertainment system. With so many people staying away from movie theaters, restaurants, and bars due to the risk of contracting the virus, entertainment in spare time has turned to video game consoles amongst other forms of escapism. Naturally, many companies are vying for consumer dollars in this very competitive gaming market. Many giants have entered the gaming arena only to have limited success. The hugely popular Nintendo home game consoles are ideal for casual gamers. However, if you are a competitive gamer, you only have two legitimate choices for your home game console this generation: the Sony PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X. The majority of first-party and third-party games developed for these two consoles are designed for the competitive gamer. Both of these consoles are excellent gaming machines, but which one is the best for the competitive gamer? Which console is the competitive gamer going to be satisfied with in terms of design? Which console is the competitive gamer going to be satisfied with in terms of performance? And lastly, which console is the competitive gamer going to be satisfied with in terms of the arsenal of games? I am confident that by the end of this video, you will be convinced that the Sony PlayStation 5 has a competitive edge, which makes it the best console for competitive gamers. Before we analyze the many differences of these two gaming machines, first we must look at the common ground that these two consoles share. The first similarity you will notice between both consoles is the price. The disc version of both of these consoles costs $499 US. It is a relatively high price, but compared to the launch prices of previous consoles, there should be no sticker shock to a consumer. There are other variations offered by Microsoft and Sony that we will go into detail later when discussing points of differentiation. Each console comes fully equipped with a 4K ultra high definition Blu-ray drive, so those who have a physical collection of Blu-ray discs don't have to worry about converting them to digital copies. In addition, this disc drive ensures that gamers have more flexibility when purchasing games. Consumers can decide to purchase the game new or used, which saves the customer a lot of money. This is especially important during the COVID-19 era. Another new feature is the ability to support 4K television displays. The previous generations of consoles could only support 1080p. This means gamers can now benefit from having 4 times the resolution output. The increased resolution is especially important for the competitive gamers, as every detail on the screen is important during high-intensity games. For example, in a first-person shooter game, being able to see an enemy in the distance is vastly improved with a higher resolution game. Another excellent feature both the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 have is the ability to support a frame rate of up to 120 frames per second. This is a monumental leap from last generation's consoles, where most games were only 30 frames per second. This increased refresh rate means games will play seamlessly and without visual distortions, even when lots of explosions are happening all at once. One major leap both consoles have made is switching from a hard disk drive to a solid state drive. The major advantage of solid state drives are the increased speed at which files can be transferred. This increased transfer speed shortens loading times when turning on the console. In addition, loading a game, transferring media, and downloading games from the cloud will all be drastically reduced. The current generation has massive 100 gigabyte files like Call of Duty, which sometimes take a full day to download depending on your internet connection. Needless to say, any improvement in load times is a much appreciated addition, especially to competitive gamers who spend hours every day gaming. Both consoles have an online gaming network, which allows gamers to play online with each other. The Series X and the PlayStation 5 both support backwards compatibility with the previous generation consoles as well. Lastly, both have custom 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 RAM, With so many similarities in both consoles offering so many benefits to the consumer, how can you decide which console is best for you? Let us examine the differences between the two solutions. There are many similarities between the two, but the differences are what sets them apart. You can easily differentiate the consoles by their distinctive designs. The PlayStation 5 has a more futuristic design. Its sleek design and smooth lines are instantly recognizable. Comparatively, the Xbox Series X has a very bland, boxy design. The advantage of the more conservative, compact design of the Xbox Series X is the ability to fit into most people's home entertainment systems. Rachel Kaser of Newstext likened the PS5 to a beautiful woman by referring to the console as gorgeous and curvy. She even went on to say the Xbox is a monolithic box with little to no innovation. Another difference which is important to gamers is the price. The disc version of each console is $499 US. The main difference is the PlayStation 5 offers a digital edition with the same features for only $399. The Xbox Series X, on the other hand, offers a digital edition of their console as well for only $299. The main difference is the Series S is less powerful and cuts the hard drive space in half, which is a major downside for any competitive gamer. Another major differentiator between the two is a solid-state drive, or the SSD. The Xbox Series X supports a larger capacity 1 terabyte of storage for your media. The PlayStation 5, however, only has 825 gigabytes of storage. This means you can hold more games on the Xbox Series X. Both consoles do support expandable storage. Xbox supports proprietary expandable storage, whereas the PlayStation 5 will give the consumers the freedom to select their own third-party expandable storage option. Another major difference, and perhaps the largest one, is the speed of both SSDs. The PlayStation 5 has a blazing fast Ssd transfer speed of 5.5 gigabits per second. This is twice as fast as the SSD on the Xbox Series X. This means games will load considerably quicker on the PlayStation 5. Liam Martin of Express Online indicated that the PlayStation 5's SSD will enable users to have a better gaming experience because loading screens will be dramatically reduced or eliminated completely. In addition, games will no longer need to be designed to slow the player down when a large new area needs to be loaded. The controller is the piece of plastic you hold in your hands for hours on end while gaming. So it's very important that the controllers be of high quality. Thankfully, both Microsoft and Sony have made arguably their best controllers yet. Microsoft decided to make an incremental change to their controller by adding a share button and adding more grip to the handles. The rest of the controller is largely the same as the previous generation controller, which was widely regarded as the best controller of all time. The PlayStation 5 DualSense controller, in comparison, is radically different from its predecessor. Sony made the controller bigger and more ergonomic, so it is easier to hold in your hands. In addition, they added improved haptics, so you can feel more details in every game. Additionally, the controller has a built-in microphone, so you will be able to communicate with your teammates online whether or not you have a headset. The last major benefit of the DualSense is its built-in 1500 mAh battery. Xbox still ships its controllers with AA batteries, which means the consumer has to purchase an additional accessory in order to recharge their controller. This makes the DualSense a no-brainer when it comes to value, as it has more features packed in at a lower price. The online services are similar in that they both connect the consumer to the network with all other gamers. However, the way that these two services perform are very different. The Xbox Series X has Xbox Live and PlayStation has the PlayStation Network. Both have very different user interfaces. Xbox has slightly upgraded their operating system from the previous generation, whereas the PlayStation has completely reworked their user interface. A killer app that the Xbox Series X has is their Netflix-like subscription service for games called Xbox Game Pass. It allows gamers to pay one low monthly price and have access to a library of over 200 games. the PlayStation 5 recently introduced PlayStation Plus Collection, which includes 20 of PlayStation's greatest hits. The collection is an excellent way for newcomers to PlayStation to play some of Sony's best. Content Engine LLC indicated the collection includes God of War, Uncharted 4, and The Last of Us Remastered, to name a few. The collection is available at no additional cost to PlayStation Plus members. It is evident that there are many similarities and differences between these two systems. At the end of the day, you're going to have fun playing games, regardless of which system you buy. However, the quality and quantity of games you play will depend heavily on the console you choose. It is for this reason and many more why the PlayStation 5 is a superior console. The PlayStation 5 has better first-party games, which as a collective are higher-rated games than Xbox's current offering. In addition, the speed of the SSD will allow you to have a far superior gaming experience due to reduced loading screens and faster launch times. Also, the PlayStation's DualSense controller is a better value with improved haptics. These competitive advantages are the reasons why the PlayStation 5 will provide the best gaming experience for competitive gamers.